Now, the worst casualty of the Supreme Court verdict, Norwegian telecom firm Telenor, that entered the Indian market in a tie-up with Unitech and rolled out the Uninor brand. Its licenses have been cancelled, but says it won't exit the Indian telecom market. In an interview to NDTV's Shweta Rajpal-Kohli, Telenor's Vice President Sigve Brekke says he hopes the government will go in for a fresh auction soon and end the policy uncertainty.
Weeks after the Supreme Court cancelled its 2G licenses, Uninor employees seemed celebrating on the crowded narrow lanes of Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, one of the fastest growing telecom markets. Celebrating is the last thing that Uninor employees should be doing, given the adverse Supreme Court ruling. But they are determined. They want to emerge stronger than even before. As he stops over to spend time with one of Uninor's 4 lakh retailers, who have helped build a subscriber base of over 4 crore customers. He insists the $16 billion Norwegian telecom major has no plans to exit the Indian market, despite the adverse Supreme Court ruling. This effort that you're making here on the ground may actually go waste. There are fresh auctions that have to happen. You're technically in business for less than 4 months.
Well, that's true. But as I said, we came here to have a long-term view. And that is the attitude we are going into that auction with.
We're now making our way to the ghats after having met with all the customers and retailers. It's time for Sigve to perform the traditional Ganga Aarti here at Varanasi. Clearly you need some divine intervention to save the business in India.
Well, we need any help we can get, so.
As a foreign investor, as a large telecom giant, how do you see the investment climate in the post-2G scam scenario right now?
Well, right now there's a lot of uncertainties, and what investors don't like is uncertainties. So what I really urge the government to do now is not only to arrange for this auction, but it's also to make clarity on all their outstanding regulatory policies.
Sigve now heads to the office for an employee town hall, a regular feature, except that this time he has to assure them they're not losing their jobs. Perhaps the toughest task for Sigve is to convince the 17,500 workforce that Uninor will not shut shop and will not exit from the Indian market.
3 weeks ago, the Supreme Court came out and said that our licenses are being cancelled. When bad things are happening, when the storm is blowing, people tend to hide. But there is also one other alternative, is to go outside in the storm and to create new energy, to set up a windmill and let that windmill take the wind, like this. And with the wind and with the stormy weather, create new energy. Are we going to hide? Are we going to create new energy? That's exactly what we're going to do, like a windmill. And one day, the competitors will say, my God, we did a mistake. We thought these guys were dead. Take me on
The morale-boosting jig with employees and the pep talk may help soothe nerves for now. But Telenor knows it continues to face an uncertain future in India's scam-hit telecom sector. In Varanasi, with camera person P.A. Tulsidharan, Shweta Rajpal-Kohli, NDTV.
The NDTV news app had redefined the entire genre. Now, another market beater. It's already hit #1.
NDTV Profit, India's #1 finance app. Download free at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Live stream of NDTV Profit, market news and your easy-to-manage portfolio. Download now, ndtvprofit.com/apps.